How's it going, everybody? It's me, your holiday Chainsaw Man, here to give you another Chainsaw Man episode review. Today's episode is episode 10, entitled Bruised and Battered. And before going any further, please bruise the hell out of that like button, batter that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. Pardon me. So, last week's episode, which I did this past weekend, very, very sad, very, very bleak, to say the least. Just, man, those guys have been through a lot, and they deserve a break or something, right? Nope, they don't get breaks because Aki wakes up in the hospital. Denji's there with Power, and you get to see. So weird. Denji even mentions to Power because he's eating Aki's apple. Someone left him apple. I don't know if that's a Japanese hospital thing. Who knows? But he tells Power, you don't get an apple because you ran away. And she's like, oh no, I didn't run away. I did something. No, you ran away. And it gets to a point where Aki's like, did anybody survive? And they stop. She still steals the apple, but they stop. He's like, only Glasses Guy and the Shrimp Kobini, but Glasses Guy quit. I still wonder how strong he is to not have died. That's actually, and he did the smart thing. So we're going to talk about two parts of this. It is Denji and Power being trained by Sensei, the guy who was Kobini's teacher, Aki's teacher, right? Makima says, you guys need some training. So this dude here, he said that he told them that he is from Special Division 1. He likes when people call him Sensei. So Mr. Teacher Man introduced himself, putting both his arms around them and breaks their necks. And they're like, we can't move. He's like, yeah, so your bodies are just like ours. But he has blood packs already. Pours it in both of their mouths. He's like, a little bit of blood, you're fine. So here's the deal. I was trying to figure out how do I train devils. I've been training humans the whole time. I figured I'm the greatest devil hunter. Dude, he has to be. He has scars on his face and he drinks like a guy who's probably seen everybody in that graveyard die. And his whole deal is, I'm going to hunt the both of you. And I'm going to drill it into you. And I love it. He points out what I said last week, y'all. He says, for a reason, the God Devil wants your heart. But you've been getting your ass kicked a lot. Like, yeah, it's very rare you get a protagonist who skirts by as much as he does. You can go and say, let's go for a mainstream. Let's go for Naruto. Remember when Naruto was getting his ass kicked a lot? But he would have really cool moments like uppercutting Neji or punching Gaara down or the stuff with Kabuto. Typical shonen shit. Thing about that is Naruto's personality was different. The also thing about it is the way Kishimoto wrote Naruto. He wrote him like, which was part of the reason why when I first discovered Naruto, I hated the characters around him because it's your show, but everybody's treating you like trash. I don't like this. And then things got better, right? Here's the thing. He's a piece of shit. Power's a piece of shit. The whole world seems to be shit, right? But here we are. Even when the teacher asked them a question, he said, all right, 1, how do you feel about your comrades dying? They're just like, okay, I guess. Power goes, I was thinking, oh, they died. All right, do you want revenge? Nah, that stuff's kind of a bummer. And she goes, verily. And 3, whose side are you on, humans or devils? And he's like, whoever takes care of me. And she goes, whoever's winning. That is probably the most honest thing he's heard, but he's also drunk. Even Denji questions if he lost more than just his actual physical heart because he heard Aki crying for Himeno. He's like, well, of course he's crying. You know, he lost his partner. He was going back for his manga. He's reading manga while over him. It's funny. Power turned off the TV that was talking about their battle, which means that she has something going on in there, right? But he was thinking to himself, he's like, well, she's the first person that ever tried to make me their friend. Would I cry if Power died? No. Would I cry if he died? Probably not. What if Makima died? Probably for 3 days, maybe I'd be upset, but I go back to it. And then he's like, all right, I'm not gonna think out loud. He says, I'm not gonna think about it because this stuff is a bummer and it's not fun. There you go. This kid feels like he has been raised by heathens because he's been raised by no one, right? Just the mob taking advantage of him. And I don't know if he has any emotional, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not like emotional awareness, but he's aware that he doesn't have these emotions, right? He understands. He said when he thought that Pochita died, he was really, really sad. So what's happened, Denji? Maybe this is something that'll get touched on later. Maybe it won't. But it's an interesting enough point for me to bring it up here. But these two idiots. So Denji's immortal, 1. 2, Power is mostly immortal. So when dude was kicking their asses, he literally was killing Denji. He cut Power's throat. And when Denji was starting to freak out at the end of it, he's like, yeah, I'll come by your place tomorrow. Power has to punch him in the head over and over again to get his brain to reset. And he's like, how many times did I die? He died way too many times. And these idiots walking underneath the starlit night, he goes, I want to be like one of those smart manga characters and we'll beat him with the plan, right? And these idiots at the second part, they have on glasses. And I'm like, I don't think you guys think the glasses are going to help. This teacher, Sensei, is such a badass. That Power throws a blood spear hidden by a door, through the door, and he still dodges it. She has about 6 or 7 full, I want to say full liter, maybe gallons, maybe full gallons of blood above on the next floor, and she uses it to bring spears down. Dude dodges them all and breaks them all. And when Denji tries to do a sneak attack with an axe, nah, beats his ass. And even teaches Denji to say, he's like, 2 things. This is the best thing this is the best effort you've done so far. But you fail because 1, Power becomes anemic when she uses too much of her blood powers. And 2, you didn't see my attack coming. And he also teaches him when he said, all right, this is it for today. Good job. And he turns around and throws a knife into Denji's head. And he's like, beasts should never believe the hunter. Just, man. And actually, the first time we see the first little round they have, Power gives Denji a blood hammer. She has a blood. He's like, you guys didn't hesitate to try to bludgeon somebody's head in, huh? Well, you have no rights here. He's brutal. Stabbing, slashing. I don't know where to put him down in terms of anime teachers or manga teachers. Somewhere with the brutalness of Kenichi's teachers, because wow. Let's talk about the second part of this episode, which dealt with Aki dealing with the loss of his beloved partner. So Tendo and Kurosei's the guy, they come in to say, yeah, we're here from Kyoto. Makima asks us to come in for coaching, and before that even happened, he opens up the blade, talks to the cursed devil. How much time I got left? He has 2 years. He's only gonna live for 2 years. And when he goes to light the cigarette, that's when he starts crying about Himeno, the person who got him into smoking. Because when he couldn't get his Bic lighter to be Bickin', she would light it for him. And it's a lot of emotion there. You really do feel bad. In my Bleach review that I literally did right before this, when I mentioned about wasting and getting rid of characters, but then it also reminded me of Demon Slayer. Like, Demon Slayer is like in between Chainsaw Man and Bleach. Perfectly. Because, hey, you know that character that you really like in here? That character's gonna die. Or maybe he doesn't die, but he won't show up again because he's too hurt to do anything. And the next part of the show, the next part of the Aki part of the show, is where they say, yeah, how much time you got left? He can't call the Fox Devil anymore because apparently he gave her too much to bite off, so she doesn't want to show up again. And he's like, okay, so this is the coach, and you're talking about what's the deal? So do you want to give up and, do you want to hang it all up, spend whatever the rest of life you have and just be happy? Or do you want to continue? Because you continue, you're going to go through hell. There's going to be hell from here on. And he's like, why exactly would I give up now when the devil that killed my family's out there, and the devil that killed my partner is out there. And the dude Kursei says, man, our guys in Kyoto, our singers were right. They said, watch out for those special division guys. They're all crazy. Yeah, they are. So he has to come with a new contract, and they're trying to get him a contract with the future devil, which is interesting because they're in the subterranean holding cells. First of all, I don't know how you guys are able to hold devils when it seems like you guys can barely fight devils, but they can hold them. The ones they keep alive, they do contracts with. Apparently there were 2 people that did contracts with the future devil. One person lost half of his lifespan. Okay. The other person lost both eyes, sense of taste, and sense of smell. What the hell else are you doing? You're telling the future by hearing? Is that how that... What? And then always sees a giant eye. It's a big eyeball looking at Aki, who's just like, whatever. Funny enough, Himeno's younger sister comes in to see him. And she's like, my sister wrote me letters. I think you should read these. And in letters, beginning it talks about, oh, how's dad? Dad was calling to check up on me. Tell him don't worry about himself. Is he taking medication? Don't worry about sending me money. I'm good down here. Then she mentions, talking about Aki. I made him get his ear pierced. Tee hee hee. And one of her last letter was the same thing she mentioned to Denji. Or same thing we heard her mention when her think in her very last episode before the shit hit the fan was, I want to convince Aki to go into the private sector because I got a feeling that this is not going to end well. But he just always brushes me off. Should I even bring it up? How can I get him to do this? And you can just feel it. It hits his soul, but it's like he's so consumed by revenge. He's willing to kill himself to get it. What's the point of it? You're not gonna live to enjoy it. Hell, she couldn't even tell that apparently the ending for her, she couldn't even tell if what she did helped. And I read somewhere that apparently Himeno used the ghost hand to pull the ripcord. I don't think so, because she wasn't around, but let's just pretend that her spirit before passing on went, nope, give me this ghost hand, pull the ripcord, F you guys. I'm gonna play that out. That's how it went in my heart. But yeah, I don't know. You get the whole picture, especially from this ending, which was interesting because it had real life stuff in it with a little filter, like real dogs. Manga Denji trying to pet them like a real person with that lollipop, that Makima thing that she did, real cigarettes, real all of this. You get the feeling that it's supposed to be a trio. Aki, him, and Power. No clue if we're gonna ever get to that point. I didn't read the manga. I don't know if at this point we're gonna get to them doing triple team stuff. I hope so. But yeah, this episode, I'll give it. It wasn't really average. Like, I gave it a 4 because it wasn't like, oh, this is nothing. It's, you got the idiots being idiots, fully meeting this character instead of just a flashback, and understanding the lengths that Aki is willing to go to, and also understanding that Himeno actually really cared about this guy. I'm hoping in some multiverse out there, she actually convinced him to go private, and then he can do the shonen protagonist thing and find a way to find the gun devil without being in public safety. Crazy. I also get the point of the cursed nail blade now. Remember I mentioned 2 episodes ago about being like Pokemon move curse with the nail and everything. It makes sense. You cut your life to inflict damage on the opponent. I get it. I don't know what like lore significance that does. Maybe I'll look it up later. If I remember it, I'll tell you guys. But yeah, 4 out of 5 from me. Just a tough episode. Like, there's literally no one left. There's 2 people and one of them quit. Also, the brand of cigarettes he smoked is Coyote, which I'm guessing is a play on the Camel cigarettes. I'm assuming. Just assumption from me. I hope Denji gets better at fighting. Kind of needs to be better if he's going to be the Chainsaw Man. Yeah. training arc, an interesting training arc, especially since everybody, Makima did point out, it's very apparent, enemy wants to get you from the hotel incident to, the attack. So let's hope the Denji stops sucking from this point on. So what did you think of the episode? What do you think of the events thus far? 10 episodes in, and we've gone from, oh, these people are kind of cool, oh no, everybody's dead. Ooh. So it can only go the same from here. It can only go the same. I can't even say it goes up. It probably just goes the same. Kobeni is the GOAT. She needs to stay alive. But beyond that, guys, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. You know what? If you've made it to this whole 16-minute video, tell me. Make up any, I don't even care if it's real or not. If you can make a contract with one of those devil things, what would you do? Which one would you be? I think the Fox Devil looked really cool. Like, you're calling it in to bite stuff, but I'm pretty sure you could amend a contract to get more mystical powers, right? There's some good fan art too of Fox Devil out there. I would love to hear her reasoning for just abandoning him, as opposed to, we're probably never going to see this thing again. So, as always, guys, thank you for taking some time out to listen to me review and talk about these animes. Be good, be blessed, wash your hands, be good to yourself, take care of yourself, be safe out there, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. It's crazy out there. Just take care, all right? And above all things, realize that there's someone out there that cares about you, someone that wants to hear from you today, than to mourn you and miss you tomorrow. So, I said it before, I'll say it again. Hit me up on my social medias if you need someone to talk to. Just say hi. I will say hi back. They're right down there. Yeah, no, click the button. Yeah, there you go. Read the description, and it's right there. So, as always, I also put the episode endings in those descriptions too. So, with that, it is I, the Chainsaw Man, wishing you a happy holidays. We got one more before Christmas. Yeah, we have one more episode before Christmas. I'm going to assume that they're going to take a break sooner or later, possibly. Who knows? But Chainsaw Man, I'll see you next time.